What is good, people? It's your boy O Styles back at it again. As you can see, we have a video. We're talking, are you a narcissist? Do you have any negative personality traits? Let's dive right into it. Subscribe for more content.
Every time I create a video or talk about narcissism, I always have people in the comments asking, wait, maybe I'm a narcissist.
Wait, am I a narcissist? Is he talking about me? Huh? Oh no. Oh no.
Today we're going to dig into, are you a narcissist? What are the traits and how can you know if this is something you're struggling with?
I'll tell you right now, you are probably struggling with being a narcissist. I'm just giving you a heads up. Don't get triggered. Something in this video probably applies to you.
So today I'm going to walk you through some of the most common traits of a narcissist so you can see if any of it lines up with what you're going through or maybe someone in your life is going through. And if you think any of these traits apply to you, it's really important to see a professional to get properly diagnosed.
That's right. Therapy. Therapy. Therapy.
Don't think of this video as a way to diagnose or undiagnose yourself. It's really important that you see a professional to get proper treatment.
In other words, someone like her, use those work benefits and hire this lady, okay? That's the finance in me. I can't. I always think about the bottom line. Maybe I'm a narcissist.
The trait of someone who's a narcissist is superiority. And this pretty much means that they think that they do things better, they are better.
So you think you're better than people, eh? You think you're a tough guy. Remember something. Wherever you think you're the toughest guy in your house, there's always a tougher guy in somebody else's house. So you just would be humble. You see it.
Than everybody else around them. And if you happen to do something they don't approve of or point out something in their life, let's say you walk into their house and you're like, oh, I think that could be a blue wall instead of that. They will burn it down. They can talk trash about you. They can tell other people about how bad you are.
Oh, so annoying. Can't take a subtle piece of advice, man. Like, can't take anything. You can't talk. I can't stand people like that.
Or they can unleash rage on you.
Oh, and the rage. The rage is the worst. People who are raging for like the littlest thing, that shit's annoying, bro.
Anything to kind of make you go away or look like discredit you, look less serious, so that they can continue upholding this facade.
Oh, that facade, living in that bubble. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Of superiority. The next trait is entitlement.
Oh, the entitlement's the worst. This should be number one. Entitlement, miss me with that.
Which I feel like rolls nicely off of superiority, but people with narcissistic tendencies will feel entitled to your respect, whether or not they've earned it. They'll also feel entitled to an apology because you're completely in the wrong.
Oh, I know some people like that. Probably watching this video right now. Apologize for what? For just disagreeing with me.
They're not in the wrong at all. They feel entitled to maybe a raise or a better position or to your seat on a plane.
No, that's just ridiculous. Only person I'm moving for on a plane would be somebody who maybe has a child that they want to sit next to, maybe an elderly person, but that's about it. I'm sorry. We both paid for this seat, the same price, and it was assigned to us. So you're going to sit in your seat and I'll sit in my seat.
Someone with narcissistic tendencies will feel this sense of entitlement throughout their entire lives. The third trait, most common, is need for attention. I'm going to reference my notes.
Oh my God, the need for attention. Like, we're not talking about social media. I mean, maybe we can talk about social media, but just in general, oh, so annoying.
I don't want to forget any of this. Weddings, other people's birthdays, any big successes for people that are in the narcissist's life will be incredibly difficult for them, and they will do anything they can to turn that attention onto them.
Damn, that's like extreme. Like, yo, gonna blow out your birthday candles at your birthday party type of people? Whoa, they might need to see somebody.
Because they can struggle to not be the full focus of a day or an event. When someone who's a narcissist doesn't get the center of attention, they can pick a fight. They can talk over the person who's, let's say it's their birthday and they're going to give a toast. They're going to stand up at the same time and try to talk over them to get the attention back. They might put somebody down. They can start a fight with other people or cause some other kind of drama, anything to shift the focus towards them and away from the person who's supposed to be the center of attention. The next trait that a narcissist can have is a need for control.
I mean, I don't know if that's narcissistic per se, because I don't want to drive with somebody who's crazy or who drives like a madman on the road or a model man on the road. Sometimes you should be in control of your own life and your decisions. So I maybe disagree a little bit with this one.
And the reason,
or maybe I'm just a narcissist. I don't know at this point.
for this intense need is because they want to keep this facade up, right, of being perfect and superior. And if they don't have full control, they can't do that. And so they'll use a lot of different forms of manipulation.
Oh, the M word, manipulation. Oh my gosh. Trigger, trigger, trigger. Why is this so funny? I mean, manipulation is it's taken on such a different form in years. I mean, everything people can conceive as manipulation. If you want things done a certain way or you want things done your way, people can call you manipulative. I mean, make it make sense.
One of those being gaslighting, right?
Oh, another one, gaslighting. Oh, the gaslighting. That's another new popular phrase coined by women especially. Everybody's always gaslighting. And I mean, you can just simply be stating your opinion, but you're gaslighting. Come on now.
You're not remembering it correctly. That's not what happened. Or love bombing, when they shower us with attention and affection, they can make it confusing. We can think, but they are a great person. And they do these things as a way to get us to do what they want. And if that doesn't work, then they bring in what a lot of people online call the flying monkeys, which is essentially people who participate in their smear campaigns.
The flying monkeys. Isn't that hilarious? So they'll find people to basically speak to and tell them their side of the story and make them try to agree with them, Yo, this is hilarious. Smear campaigns. That's not cool. Like talking behind people's back and like talking so vile of them, that's not cool.
These will be kind of what I would call casual people in their lives that haven't realized who they are yet, but they will listen to their side, agree with them, and then participate in shaming and blaming other people for the issue. And why do people do this? It's because people with narcissistic tendencies are really fragile, right? It's often born out of trauma.
This one again, this is still need for control. This one is kind of tricky. I don't necessarily agree with this one too much, even after she's kind of gave her point, but I don't agree with people calling other people or trying to get their flying monkeys to make them feel better about a situation. I think that's kind of childish, actually.
And so we put up this fake facade to kind of protect that like squishy inside part. And so if things aren't playing out the way that we want, it can feel out of control, and that can be scary. That could reveal that soft inside, right? And so we'll manipulate and try to control in order to keep up that facade so that we feel safe and okay. Another important trait is a complete lack of boundaries.
Oh, that's the worst, lack of boundaries. Oh, just say no. Stop being on the fence. Just say no. You can't.
Again, because a narcissist is going to need a lot of control and wants to have everything just perfect, they'll struggle to see where we end and they begin. And this can happen a lot when our parent is a narcissist and we're the child of them.
Oh my goodness. The parent narcissists are the worst because they're set in their ways now. Oh my gosh.
They can feel like we are just an extension of them. We're not independent. Anything we do is representative or shows poorly or well on them, right? And
that's right. I agree with that. Okay. You are a reflection of your child, or your child is a reflection of you. I agree with that.
They'll want to get in on and turn the attention to them when we have a success, and they'll want to disown us, call us disrespectful, and all sorts of names when we do something they don't want.
Oh my gosh, like that's so annoying. Like disrespectful, like name calling, and you know what I mean? Like the lack of boundaries is crazy with the name calling. Like, and then when you turn it back on them and call them a name, it's like, oh, you're disrespectful, you're this, and they'll remember that for like, they'll note that in their brain for like years.
And so this lack of boundaries makes it really difficult to be in a relationship with a narcissist because, again, there's no independence there. And if you try to uphold boundaries or put them into place, they will usually lash out, throw a tantrum, or at the very least push back against them and act.
Yeah, sometimes that pushing could be physical. I see narcissists get physical, okay, if you disagree with their points.
Like you never had that conversation with them in the first place. Another key trait is that they never take responsibility.
Oh my goodness. This should have been number one. They never take responsibility. You see what I'm saying? Players fuck up too, man. Come on. Let's be grown about this.
Someone who's a narcissist is incapable of offering a true apology. If something doesn't go as planned, they're never going to take ownership over that. They're always looking outside of themselves for kind of scapegoats or other ways that they can blame and shame and displace any of the responsibility that they truly have. Because if they had to admit that they did something wrong, that whole facade that I've been talking about will crumble to the ground.
Crumble, like, just hurt their feelings? Am I a narcissist? Is he talking about me? Get over yourself. I'm just making a video, man. Not talking about anybody in particular, man. Come on.
The next trait is lack of empathy.
Oh,
and this one is
my gosh. This is... People just don't care nowadays. Like, everybody just cares about themselves.
Incredibly difficult for people to understand because it's hard for those of us with empathy to imagine.
Wait, do I lack empathy? I don't know. Maybe I do. Maybe I'm a narcissist.
Imagine someone without it.
The ability to feel.
Empathy is the ability to feel for someone else.
Hey, I feel for other people all day. Okay, in my line of work, I do a lot of feeling for others, so I'm very empathetic, extremely. But it is starting to fade with old age, I must say.
It's like if you watch somebody trip and hurt themselves or drop their stuff on the sidewalk next to you, someone who has empathy would be like, oh my God, I'm so sorry, let me help you. And they would assist because they can imagine what that would feel like. Or watch a TV show or the news segments, especially in the last 2 years, the news has been incredibly difficult. You can watch the news and cry because you can feel for those people.
I don't know about that. I don't know if I can full out cry. Not for the news, because call me, a tinfoil hat guy, but I feel like a lot of the news is narrative and it's controlled. Okay? Stay woke. The good woke, not the bad woke.
Someone with narcissistic tendencies or someone with narcissistic personality disorder doesn't feel like that. They're actually incapable of feeling empathy or putting themselves in someone else's shoes. And instead, what they do is they tend to assume or expect us to think and feel just like.
It's like, come on, sometimes that's funny. Like, you ever seen somebody fall on ice and they just fell? Like, when you're in high school or whatever, like, just somebody falls on ice, it's funny. You know what I mean? That doesn't mean I lack empathy. Like, oh, that could have been me who fell on that ice. It's just funny. It's a moment. You know what I mean? It's random. You're walking down the street and there's a piece of ice and somebody randomly falls on the ice and their feet are like kicking in the air and they fall. That could be funny. That could be comedy. So we're trained to laugh at these things on television and on the internet. But then we're not supposed to laugh. And if we laugh, we lack empathy. And if we lack empathy, we're a narcissist. Come on, man. Half of these things you got to take with a grain of salt. A little, be wary of the information that you're given. I always tell you that on this channel.
And when we don't, they can get really upset and lash out. And the final trait I'm going to talk about today, but I'm sure there are tons more. Feel free to leave those in the comments. But this trait is splitting. Now, I've talked about splitting in relation to BPD or borderline personality disorder. All
right. She's going a little too far with the splitting. That's like some split personality junk or whatever. Anyways, yo, if you like this video, kindly hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, drop a comment, follow me on all my socials. If you made it this far, appreciate it. Appreciate everybody who watches these videos and everybody who subscribes. Don't spend too much money this Black Friday. Don't spend too much money this Cyber Monday. And I'm out. Peace.